Michael Clayton, crime drama starring George Clooney, Tom Wilkinson, and Tilda Swinton, who ended up winning an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for this film. The film also ended up receiving 6 other Oscar nominations that year. Clooney plays the titular Michael Clayton, a well-educated man working for a huge law firm doing, well, that's a good question. At one point during the film, another character does this sort of background check on him and says something along the lines of, he's been at this firm for 17 years and he's not a partner and nobody seemingly knows what exactly it is that he's doing. So who is this guy? Well, he's kind of a fixer, the guy you call when you're in trouble and need someone competent, creative, and efficient to get you out of it. Think of Mr. Wolf from Pulp Fiction, only on the right side of the law. At the beginning of the film, or actually after an extended prologue, at the end of which we roll back, we're taken 4 days into the past, Michael gets an assignment. He's supposed to go to Milwaukee, where one of the lead lawyers from his company apparently had a nervous breakdown. He stripped naked in the middle of a conference room and started shouting nonsense, which is a nightmare for everyone involved because the guy in question, Arthur, played by Tom Wilkinson, has been the architect of one of the largest and most profitable cases currently handled by the firm. A case that has to do with a class action lawsuit accusing a massive corporation of the fact that one of their products, a pesticide, is deadly not just to nature but also to people as well. You can kind of see where this is going slowly. One of the big guns at the company, played by Tilda Swinton, is understandably upset and disturbed by this development, as it may ruin their entire defense. So Michael gets on the case, and as he's trying to contain it, he slowly learns that there may be more depth to it than he initially expected. So the first thing I need to commend the movie for is its very mature storytelling. And by that I don't mean violence or sex or brutality or anything like that. I mean the fact that it's a film that treats its audience with respect and relies on us to piece together the provided information similarly to what Michael is going through. We aren't really given too much too quickly. The story unfolds gradually, and so as a result may seem a bit confusing and slow at the beginning, but the further it goes, the clearer and better it actually becomes. In time, you begin to appreciate the elegance with which the entire story is built, but also told, presented to us. It's an intelligent film for an intelligent viewer. It also features pretty good performances. Clooney is remarkably good in the lead role. He's still somehow the least impressive out of the main trio, though. Tom Wilkinson is bloody brilliant, although admittedly he does have more to work with. Clooney is playing this calm, collected character. Wilkinson, on the other hand, plays a guy with visible mental issues, so there's more to play with. Still, quite impressive and believable. And so is Tilda Swinton, who does wonders with her limited screen time, creating this carefully designed persona of a public-facing company executive, a ruthless, calculating person underneath that will do everything in her power for the interests of herself and her company. Final point I'd like to touch is that I thoroughly enjoyed the ending of the film. As we're getting there, while we're still in the middle of the story, it may at times seem a little bit unfocused, especially with the scenes orbiting around Michael's personal life, and so not as centered around the main plot of the film. When we eventually do get to the climax, it all clicks. It all starts making perfect sense. You understand why we needed all of that previous setup, so that the most crucial scene of the film delivers, and with such an impact as it does. The ending is really satisfying and elegant at the same time, which honestly, by extension, is something you could say about Michael Clayton overall. It is a solid movie.